Hello everyone, Nero is here. Today with a video on Total War Three Kingdoms. I intend to show you how the game is played. And for this we are using a few mods. These are the mods that I think are necessary to enjoy the game. They make the game a bit more fun. They're not exactly... They don't make the game easier, not much easier, but they have an effect on the campaign. So if you want a fully vanilla experience, you can still learn from this video, but it will be slightly different. So we're using the more building slots mod, which means that you can build more in your cities. Then the recruit to characters can use original units mod. The all characters for custom battle, the unlock all titles. That's basically a cheat, yes, I know, but it's a slight one. DLC units for Grand Campaign, more loyal characters, more skill points and quicker upgrade. Recruited unique characters can use their special units. 2 turn reforms. Guaranteed tools. Captains for all units. And 16 unique items for the player. Yeah, that would be it. Let's hit the start. The guaranteed duels mod is very essential because the AI doesn't like to accept duels, and if it doesn't, then the game is less fun. What's the point of having officers like Guan Yu if nobody wants to duel him because Guan Yu will butcher them? And that's what happens. He butchers them. We will play as Liu Bei because I think that for a beginner, Liu Bei is the best faction. Let's see. 190.
Telltale watches dynasties fall.
Liu Bei.
Humility keeps one honest.
Liu Bei sees chaos in the face of Dongzhuo and will not rest until the tyrant's corruption is uprooted.
You can play on hard,
and the Han
battle
dynasty
difficulty
restored.
very hard. Wait, normal. 60 minutes, timeless characters. I think you should take timeless characters because then they won't die of old age. Dying of old age makes some factions really a hassle, and it also means that if you want to recruit new officers, you have to check their age, and it's just a hassle. It's more fun if age is simply not important. But if you want a more realistic experience, go for it. So we are Liu Bei up here in the north, and I think his campaign is quite easy because you are surrounded by allies.
Against the night. China is in turmoil. The great empire of the Han, stretching back ages beyond counting, is being devoured by corruption. The Yellow Turbans, thousands strong, began raising their banners in rebellion and seizing commanderies across the realm. In response, generals loyal to the Emperor rose up and put down the rebellion. Yet despite... Luoyang lies in ruin, my lord.
This...
Yeah. Okay, the first thing I always do is I press on the point to north button on the bottom right, so the map aligns north. It's best for orientation. Then let's see, what do we get? Match Qian and an artisan. Okay, our beginning auxiliaries are pretty bad. And because of the titles mod, we get all the titles. That's good. Use our army. First turn, you cannot recruit anything. And yeah, the first thing you should actually do is go into the diplomacy screen and do some trade agreements, but as Liu Bei, you can't do that because you have no territory. The reason why you should do this in turn 1 is because on turn 1 nobody has any trade agreements. What you can also do
Excellent. Talk.
is trade ancillaries. Let's see what he has. Okay, this ranger's outfit. I kinda want that. Let's see. Ooh, he wants a lot for it. Okay, doesn't work. Media access doesn't work. So in the diplomacy screen you got the quick deal. This is something very convenient. You can easily see who is going to agree to what. And it looks like Tao Qian agrees to a non-aggression pact, which we will instantly do.
As you wish.
Because having him as a friend is very important. You should also always be at war with Dong Zhuo, because being at war with him means that everybody will like you a bit more, and he's so far away that he can't reach you normally.
For reunification.
The first thing we'll do is we'll attack this Yellow Turban Rebellion. The first battle is always the easiest. I always click on quick save because I always do it in case of a crash. The game doesn't crash often, but it happens. Like once every 100 hours I get a crash. And yeah. We will delegate this. You could play this battle and win it with your generals alone. I think we'll just skip that because I don't want this video to become too long. We'll take the recruitment.
For China.
So the first battle is always a victory, no matter which faction you play, because it's made this way. Okay, so quick save, yeah, delegate.
The pieces fall into place.
Gain some money, we occupy.
With time.
And now we got some land. And we got a Great Glaive. We should recruit some stuff. Establishing order. We have a rank up. Let's look at the rank up. So you as your faction leader, some things are very important. For example, this skill here is extremely important because it has minus 25% redeployment cost. That means whenever you deploy a new general on the map, it costs less to do so. This is extremely important. And as the Führer of your the Führer, as the commanding officer of your army, you want to have replenishment. So this is exactly what we need. This is completely useless. This is somewhat useful. Again, pretty useless. +1 starting rank for all recruits. It's nice to have for faction leader, but it's again not really making much. And yeah, what we want next is we will look for nature's ally, so we'll get meditation, and then seal, composure, night battles. You always want someone who has this skill or a strategist, because you want to be able to do night battles. It is such a helpful thing. Okay, yeah, the merchant. I'll apply him here. Then let's see. Okay, we got 4 generals. This one doesn't like us so much, so he'll get the pick. I'll probably make him an administrator, so he's gonna get this one as well. Yeah. Okay.
Purge chaos.
Let's look at Dong. This is our starting province. Yeah, we should not invest into it, because investing 3,700 for an additional 100 income is not worth it at all. So let's just leave this be. One more. One more look at diplomacy, and we can do trade. Great. Taokyuan wants to
A
trade with
pleasure.
us.
Your proposal is
We agree.
sound.
He even wants the military access. We agree as
A
well.
reasonable offer.
And I could have asked for a bit of money here, but I decided not to do that, just so we get positive, how you call it, attitude towards us. I want him to like me. And what we'll do next is we'll look at the court. Okay. There's nobody to recruit yet. And turn. This is all you can do. Yeah, we cannot recruit. So let's hit end turn. Now, as we go through these turns, you see it's quite fast. In the north, we have Kongrong, which is also a friend of ours, and we should try to make an alliance with him. Now, this message before was that we got 60 ancillaries. So now we can give him a horse. And this one here for against corruption and more authority. This is quite the cheat, isn't it? I don't care. Zhang Fei, you need it more than anything. Okay. So I distributed all the ancillaries now. And what you want is you want to have one of these above a 100, so that they become legendary. When they are legendary, they won't die to a single death. If they die on the battlefield, they will just get wounded, and they'll return. This is called a resilience. A legendary hero, a character, is capable of that. So we got a little bit of income.
Remain resolute.
We should recruit units. First off, we want to get rid of this saber cavalry, because it's just cost us so much in upkeep that it's not worth anything. See, the upkeep is 255. I'm gonna change that out with something that, like the spear guards here. And then we want some crossbows and more militia. You really want to have militia units as Liu Bei, because he has capabilities. They make him better with militia. His militia units, they cost less. They have less upkeep, I mean, and they are trained at a higher level. So they're pretty strong. Now if we move him, we will lose the replenishment, the mustering replenishment. So we won't move him yet. Our first target, we could fight him, Huang Shao. This is pointless. Lang Ya would be nice. We'll see. We'll see. And no. We need to look in here. Do we have any useful? Yeah, Ping Dong is a very useful champion. We'll take him because he's level 4. And he's most likely not a spy because it's the first turn. Usually I do not recruit from this pool in the late game, in the mid game, because they are mostly spies then. But now is the safe time, so because it's the beginning, we'll take him for 1,000. Ping Dong. And what do you have? Okay, this is quite useful. The spear, better spear, proper armor, proper horse. Okay. Now we equipped him with something, and he has 35 loyalty. Loyalty is very important because if it turns below 30, no wait, if it turns below 40, then enemy factions can recruit them as spies. And if it turns below 30, they will be unsatisfied. And the more unsatisfied they are, the less bonus you become. So in here we have satisfaction high. Gives me a 10% corruption. Corruption is not a thing yet because I only own one province, but you want to have high satisfaction anyway. Let's click end turn. Also a good strategy at the beginning of your campaign, for example as Yuan Shu, is to banish a character or 2 which you do not need. For example, if you have like 3 strategists, all of them level 1, then you can banish them in here. This gives you a lot of money and it means that you don't have to pay upkeep anymore. Now the reason why I'm not making anyone Chancellor is because it just costs me 200 every turn without giving me any desirable position effects. Okay, he wants me to take Langya. Makes sense. Not yet. We still have replenishment going on. One more turn, then we'll move.
We patiently await your answer.
We will reject this. He wants something from us for little money. But
So be it.
He likes us already, so we don't need the positive attitude anymore. We don't need additional positive attitude from him anymore. Now, this game is quite interesting in the way that diplomacy works. Neighboring factions will notice you, while factions that are far away will not deal with you much because they have low interest into you since you are so far away. It's like Spain and the Czech Republic. They do not really have much relationships going on because why should they, right? They are so far away. Or yeah, just 2 countries that are far away from each other. Where is the... I don't get it. Oh, okay, here. This one. Liu Bei leveled up again. This one's quite useful for the faction support. We'll take it. Faction support is key.
Restore harmony.
Yes. You can do assignments. Some of them are useful, some of them are not so useful. I will later on go into which are useful. Will attack the settlement. Oh, there's an army. Oh, okay. Now the reform tree. I installed a mod that makes it 2 turns every reform. The one thing that I think is most important is this one here. Gives you an administrator position. And the more administrators you get, the better. You also need trade agreements. In fact, we'll get the trade agreement one. So we can trade with Kongrong. And many people invest in green for the food. I usually don't need that. And some people go for the Azure Dragons, which I found underwhelming. But they're okay. They're okay, but slightly underwhelming. Many people also like to go for the Onyx Dragons to bombard the enemy from far away. A logical choice. There are some skills in the blue tree you should really get. The character experience one, then this one that gives you plus 30% commerce. The character salary reduction. Then this one here, character salary reduction and strategist satisfaction. And spy positions. In the late game, this is very useful. The others, not so much. This one maybe plus 50 trade influence. If you have a lot of trade going on, this can boost your economy by about 500 gold. This tree is something I always neglect because it gives me some industry and some commerce, but not really much. And the special units are not really worth much either. The Pearl Dragons are nice, they are neat, but yeah, you invest so much. You should rather go for this one here. The Yellow Dragons. Gives you satisfaction bonus, and counters corruption most importantly. The yellow tree will counter corruption and also give you industry and income from all sources. And you can see from the tree that these things are intertwined. So if you want this, you'll need this one here. We will invest some into our military, into our red tree, to get the replenishment. This one here is essential. This is an essential skill, I think. Technology. They call it reform, not technology. I should call it reform. It's essential. And this one's nice to have, the plus 50% campaign movement range, just so you can catch and run away from enemy armies. Yeah.
Here springs song, sung so sweet.
There's nothing else to do. We'll end the turn. The best way to make money in Total War is to do war. You will see it when we beat this army here in Langya, in Kaeyang. It will give us a lot of money.
To arms.
We'll attack.
For justice.
Save. And yeah, he has a tiny army.
Truth has won out today.
Yeah, we get almost 500. And we will occupy this.
I serve justice for all.
Zhang Fei gets a level up. And Guan Yu also gets one. For Zhang Fei, this makes little sense. This makes little sense. This is useless. It's also useless. Top it is. Enables fatigue resistance for your army. That is very useful. Then here, Guan Yu, not the army, for the retinue. Unstoppable. This looks pretty damn cool. Melee evasion, melee damage. Yeah, we'll take it. Ping Dong is unsatisfied, so we'll give him a title. I forgot about titles, actually. I could have saved a little bit of money if I gave him a title. Well, there you go. I forgot something. Ping Dong gets the title of the military one I want. Where the retinue upkeep is reduced. Yeah, this one here. Costs 100 every turn. Now he loves, well, he likes me now. And his retinue has less upkeep. I know he isn't deployed yet, but I will deploy him relatively soon. And I want him to be positive. He is positive, yeah. I have 1,000, so I could... Wen Chao. Level 2. Interesting. No, we don't. We don't buy it. Next turn. The titles.
Our best wishes.
Oh, yeah, the trade agreement with Kong Rong. Forgot about that one as well. At least he doesn't forget about it. He gives me money. He gives me a lot of money for this trade agreement. Wow. Yes, please. How much for the military? Oh, he gives me even more money if we do the military access. Trade ancillary. No. Yeah.
We are happy to
Great
oblige
deal.
you.
So now we trade with Kong Rong. Sun Xian dies. Liu Bei, come on. Move it.
Fear no one.
The next one. I want another trade agreement. Okay, there's nobody to trade with yet, but soon there will be. And yeah, there's nothing to do. Let's talk a bit about Three Kingdoms. My favorite character in the Three Kingdoms universe, as far as Dynasty Warriors is concerned, was Shahudun. Because of his big-ass sword. He plays a lot like Guts from Berserk. It's just so much fun to play as him. But when it comes to the lore, when it comes to the novel, the actual Three Kingdoms, then I am a Cao Cao fan. I think Cao Cao is the
Foundation.
greatest statesman in the history of the Three Kingdoms, yeah. 50 unity. Do we have 50 unity? Yes, we have. So, because this is a Han Empire settlement, we can take it with the unity resource. We can annex this place peacefully, which is something I will do, because taking it forcefully would
It would be prudent to occupy this place.
take some turns, and it would result in losses for my army, and I don't want that. Okay, construct units. Construct a
Secure
building.
loyalty through respect and
We will
action.
go for the Shuhan tax collection. But let's talk about buildings first. This one's pointless. This one has some use. This one is again quite pointless. This one boosts your food production, so in food-orientated regions, you should get this one. This one's very useful for the food. This one's completely pointless. This is great for the income. This is probably the best way to get money fast. It's much better than this one, despite costing more. The school is again useless, don't bother with it. The marketplace is relatively useless. The conscription office is borderline useless and borderline useful. Cao Cao gets a special one. In theory, having +3 starting rank for your units, it's a late game thing. The blacksmith is completely pointless. Despite being pretty cool, on level 2 he can produce ancillaries from time to time, which makes him somewhat useful, but you invest so much money that it's not really doing anything. The patrols building, this is very useful. You get an additional garrison of 4 soldiers. Yeah, yes, you get some soldiers, right? You can see it here. In your garrison, this one here. And if you have an administrator, you get even more units. So a single city can be almost like an army.
Seek opportunities and act upon them.
Then the administration office is, in my eyes, completely useless, apart from boosting your prestige, which can be useful if you're about to, but then it costs too much. Somewhat useful. The Confucian Temple is very useful. It gives you public order. And this one here, the Shuhan, the tax collector. If you are not Liu Bei, then get the level 1 version. If you are Liu Bei, then get the highest level 1 you can possibly get. Militia replenishment is great, and it gives you income, and it costs nothing. Just 2 turns to produce, but the cost is nothing, so get it. And we'll demolish this, because why not? Let's see. Oh, we can get Lu Ci. We should definitely get him. Chen Gong? No. But Lu Ci, that is a fantastic strategist. He is so useful. Yeah. Next we'll try to get Bushi. And then we will orientate ourselves to Lian and Dong, and yeah. Next turn.
Beg my protection, and I may spare your people.
Never makes peace with Dong Suo.
Your greed is repellent.
It costs you everything, and people will not like you. So these are the first steps in the Liu Bei campaign. I think we got it all covered from here. The dilemma. You can choose how your campaign will continue. You can go the historical way or the other way. Historically, you aid Tao Qian, and the other way would be that you leave him be, which means that Cao Cao will like you a lot, but Tao Qian will hate you. But if you aid Tao Qian, you will get his territory, which is very useful. So we will do that, despite it being seen as an act of treachery. Yeah, we will aid him. Liu Bei declared war on Cao Cao. And it was not seen as an act of treachery. That is interesting. So Cao Cao is down here. We are at war with him now. And yeah, soon we will deal with that. But for now, let's get Bucci.
Forward! Strike hard! Justice has shown us.
And yeah, some useful hints and tips would be nice, right? The most useful thing I can tell you is always look at the attitude map. Yeah, you can see who likes you and who hates you, and you can use that to know your enemies, to know your allies, and to basically funnel your enemies into certain directions. So, despite the map being very open, appearing as very open, diplomacy is what will give you safe territory. Like if you are Sun Jian here, you can make peace with the one in the north, and you can make peace with the one in the east, and then half the map will not bother you, so you can fully concentrate yourself on developing you, and then you can betray this peace, go east or go north. And yeah, as Liu Bei, what you want to do is you want an alliance with Kongrong. And you want to take over Tao Qian. You want to destroy Cao Cao, because Cao Cao has schemes, and scheming is just a real pain. You will want to deal with Yuan Shao relatively quickly. So once you have consolidated yourself with Kongrong and Gongsun Zan is up here, and he's a friend of yours. You'll want to deal with Yuan Shao. We can get the administrator. Fantastic. We will make... Yes, I mean, it's one public order, that's not so good. Some industry income. Ping Dong again doesn't like me much, but he will soon like me. I will recruit him to an army. Qianyong. Now here you see he was added to the garrison with his army, with his retinue to the garrison. This is very useful later on, and yeah, this is getting constructed here. We will probably get a school, because when you have a school, you unlock... My goodness, I'm tired. You unlock this skill here, this reform here, and that allows you to get this one, to get this one. So we'll build a school and then demolish it. And after demolishing the school, we'll probably get an inn. Or this one here, the government support, because it boosts the food production of this building and this building. The more food we have, the higher we can develop our city. Usually, you should not go above the city level, at least until mid-game, because there's no point in doing it. And the additional buildings mod is quite nice. So let's end the turn. Oh, Donglai doesn't belong to Kongrong. Tasty, 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 tasty. This puts a dilemma on us. Do we focus on the yellow turbans? Oh, Kongrong is able to deal with the yellow turbans, that's good. Or do we take Shangyang? Your economy grows. Send a character on assignment. Assignments. Loot C has wonderful assignments as a strategist. Stimulate markets gives you 75%. This is very useful. Ping Dang gives us food. That is also very useful. And Loot C as a strategist has access to reward the filial and incorrupt by this skill here, which means you get plus 10 satisfaction for everybody. Very useful. You should get this, and every administrator should get this one. If you make him administrator, plus 5 food production. Leaders of your army should get reach for the plus 25% campaign movement range. Night battles, very useful. Guerrilla deployment, somewhat useful. If you want to do battles, then this one is very useful. If you're an administrator, here you get plus 40% income. That's useful. Yeah. I think that covers it all. I must say I love this game. I love it very much, and there is so much to enjoy, so much to embrace, and it's really about the characters also, and about the geopolitics. I call it geopolitics. In Warhammer 3, you don't have to focus on the attitude of factions much. You can just crush your enemies and don't bother with allies, and just paint the map in your color. But in Three Kingdoms, you really have to think, and you really have to use the diplomacy, because otherwise you will not go far. They will betray you, they will hunt you, they will attack you, they will turn on you, unless you really forge an alliance. And another useful tip is not to how you call it? It's not to upgrade your rank unless you are really prepared for it. With each upgrade of your rank, you gain a lot, yes, but the other factions, they will also hate you for doing it. Especially Duke and King. You can get second Marquise the moment you hit it, that's no problem. Marquise, yeah, you should get it. But Duke is something you should consider. Are you in a safe position? Is your foundation solidified? And do you have enough friends around you? Or does the map hate you? If you're playing as Dong Zuo and the whole world hates you anyway, you don't need to bother, you can just go for it. But as Liu Bei, yeah, you want to look if your friends are tight before you hit Duke. And yeah, that's really... Don't forget the Faction Council. Don't forget about this feature. The most useful one is probably the economic boost. And yeah, I think that covers it all. The spies. We should look at the spies, or talk about it for a second. Turncoats is the best way to recruit new generals. You'll know when you can access it what I mean. Because when you take them from here, in the mid-game, half of them will be spies, and a spy will just leave you and they will hurt you, and so it's not very good. Also, we have solidified our income. We have a good amount of characters here. Zhang Fei and Guan Yu in your army. They will do most of the work. They will slaughter the enemy. No problem. And give him lots of militia. And yeah, just enjoy the game. I hope that you will enjoy this game a lot. I have 1,500 hours in it. I think that speaks for itself. Get the DLC. We'll talk a bit about the DLC for a moment. Let's get away. Game overview. No, game overview. Discussions. I want to open the store page. Come on. Okay, the game is too stupid to do it. Just do it this way. You'll want to get all the free DLC, of course. Then get the yellow turbans, so you get the yellow turbans. I know how that sounds. And get a world betrayed. If you have these two DLC, you have basically the most important ones to enjoy this game fully. Fates Divided can be fun. Furious Wild, I don't like playing as the non-mon for many reasons. But I would have to talk for an additional 20 minutes about them. Mandate of Heaven is a very flawed campaign, but can be fun. And yeah. I think now we covered it all. So thank you so much for tuning in, and see you around. If you want to play a co-op campaign with me, I'm open. I'm open to any requests. Now, again, see you around. Bye bye.
With Spring's